Um, oh, hello, Raleigh. 'Tis I, Robert Courts, your local entrepreneur and all-around gentleman. And sometimes I get to speak to the goodnight scholars because I'm just that kind of guy. And I have a special treat, particularly for the business owners in our audience. As a connector in Raleigh and probably the number two connector in Raleigh, second only to a couple, and maybe my guest today, Debra Mathias. Debra, thank you for joining me.
Oh, thank you for having me so much. I appreciate it.
I do feel honored and a little braggadocious to have you today because you really have spent the last 20 years helping local businesses connect with their audience, their clients and customers, as well as amongst ourselves. And while I do take great pride in being a connector, I don't quite have the reach you have. So will you please tell us a little bit about your services and coaching and what you do?
Absolutely. And thank you so much for having me. My business is really simple. It's connecting people to do great things, whether it's to do business, whether it's to become a referral partner for someone, or just connect other people to do business. It's really all about knowing your connections and seeing who can match up and do great things together. I am an endorsed LinkedIn coach and LinkedIn trainer. I show professionals how to grow, market, and promote their business on LinkedIn or how to find a career on LinkedIn. And I've been successfully doing this since 2011.
I have attended many of your events, see all my local friends. There are many of them, which is great. And I've had a private one-on-one, well, one-on-six rather, with you. And I thought that I was a seasoned connector, but what you brought to the table, your methodology and that little toolkit was fantastic. So, personal endorsement. Can you speak a little bit to the small business entrepreneur, anyone who really wants to connect, and give them a quick, hate to ask for it, but a quick one, two, three coverage, what they need to know to be a good connector?
Yes, to be a good connector, you have to know your connections. Get together with them. Have a 15-minute, 30-minute discovery call at least one time. And number two, know who they need to connect with. So many people will get to know their connections, but they have no idea who their connections need to connect to. So know not only who they are, but know who to connect them with. That's as simple as it gets. If you know those two things, you can connect the world together.
That's right. So you're saying it's more than knowing who they are, but what they need to be nourished and fed. And
Right.
um,
Exactly.
I tell all of my small business friends the currency that we all have together is the referral, right? The one thing that every entrepreneur and friend can share is a referral, and that's really a currency and a powerhouse. So those are the one, two, threes. Do you have any events or anything coming up that we should be aware of?
Yes, I do. June 23rd, we have LinkedIn Local Raleigh Triangle Virtual coming
Nice.
up. And I am going to open it up to all of the Raleigh small business people that are out there. Please come and join us virtually. The registration will go live on June 1st, and we will have a great time. I have capability to have 99 people in a Zoom room. We had last month on May 18th, 44.
Ooh.
So I want to double it. Let's have 88 and let's all network together and do great things.
I love your events, and I'm very excited to see how you do it online. And if I may toot your horn a little bit, it really is a combination of local businesses of all sizes. You see a lot of the very young entrepreneurs coming in, as well as some seasoned veterans who have been around decades, just even, So it's always a treat, and it always warms my heart to see local supporting local. So you're
Absolutely.
You do great at that.
Thank you so much.
If I may take one of the things I hear you say a lot and ask you to expand on it is, particularly now in the quarantine, small businesses need to go online right now, as soon as we get off here. If they're not already on there, you preach that a lot. And you talk about your profile on LinkedIn, and the importance of having a stellar profile. Would you
Right.
speak to that for just a minute, please, Debra?
Absolutely. This is really for a small business person. About 6 to 8 months ago, LinkedIn changed the algorithm. And while it helps those that have an all-star profile on LinkedIn, which means they have their entire LinkedIn profile filled out, your honors and awards, everything that you've ever done in your entire career needs to be on your LinkedIn profile to have that all-star profile. And if you don't have that, you're not going to get found on LinkedIn.
Wow.
Secure your name, secure your URL for your company and for your personal profile. So yes, all-star profile, you've got to have it so that you can get found on the search words on LinkedIn.
Well, one of the things as an egotist, I mean, as a normal person, that I love about that is you get to brag about yourself. This is free reign. Don't be humble. Don't,
Right.
put the truth on there, but, put it all on there. And you get to fill it out. And from that basis, you're going to just go ahead and grow and rank. And
Absolutely.
um,
That's what I tell people. Don't be shy. This is the one time you want to stand up on that proverbial soapbox and toot your own
Right.
horn. It is your digital business card.
And I find that to be delightfully fun. I'll tell you, I have no trouble tooting my own horn, especially when there's no reins on it. Are there any profile tips or anything I can get from you right now before I ask you my next in-depth question?
Absolutely. I'm going to give you the top 3 LinkedIn profile tips. Number 1, secure your LinkedIn profile URL. You need to take the numbers that are on the back of your
Okay.
name off and secure your name on your profile.
Number 1.
Number 2,
Yes,
have
ma'am.
a stellar headline. Let people know what you do for your company. Mine says I'm a LinkedIn trainer, transition specialist, speaker, coach, branding. Let people know what you do. Those are the keywords that are going to be searched and help you get found on LinkedIn. Third tip,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
about section. You need to start the about section off with something personal. Don't start out trying to sell me. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Mine says that I'm a 13-year amateur race car driver, a 15-year breast cancer survivor, and that I love the Duke Blue Devils. Ooh, I bet that'll raise some eyebrows. But anyway, people know I love sports. That's what it's all about, letting people know you in a different light.
Yes. Excuse me, I'm having a phone issue.
Where are you going?
Rookie. Sorry, Debra. Rookie mistake.
That's okay.
But now that you brought it up, I can, having known you for a year or two, I see that racing car driver a bit in your philosophy, or at least in your personality. You're so driven, if I may take the obvious one, and your passion for supporting local and doing these basics. I'm not nearly as trained as you are, but I keep preaching to my self-employed friends, just like, comment, and repost. But it's these little habits upon a solid foundation of building the LinkedIn together. So it's both having your profile and interacting with others on the profile. Could
Absolutely.
you speak toward that second part and any behaviors you need to practice once you have your profile set up?
Absolutely. What you want to do is go every day to your homepage and look at the people that you've chosen to follow. See what people are posting and like. They even have it now where you can like, celebrate, question, love, just like Facebook. So, like what your connections are saying, comment on it. You need to comment at least 5 words for the LinkedIn algorithm to pick it up. So, if you just go, good job, that doesn't do it. You've got to actually speak 5 words or more, comment, and if it's good content, share it. Because
Right.
the more we share other people's content, the better our name gets out there and theirs. It's a win-win for everybody.
And that's what we call co-opetition. Even, maybe somebody who's in your same industry is not really, and support and like and repost. Uh, Debra, I know we're going to ease into the quarantine. And I know you do a lot of events and you're going online, and we got that one coming up June 11th.
23rd.
23rd, wasn't even close. Um, but you also offer smaller venue classes, and I had the opportunity to sit through one where you can really get in depth in all these practices and habits. Is that something you're still doing? Is that on the back burner to come, or is
No,
that still in the
actually,
game?
I just trained 20 realtors out in California 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
I like to train industry specific. So if you have a company and you would like for me to come in and train your company, whether it's 3 salespeople in business development or everybody from the president on down, I am still doing company trainings for people. And in July, I'm going to start back doing group sessions, which is everyone get together and it doesn't matter what industry and do group trainings. But right now, I'm doing a lot of company trainings and industry trainings.
Well, that training, I learned a lot, and I certainly would imagine that doing it again would just refreshing the habits. And what I find is, like all social media, they're always changing the logarithm, so you can't get complacent.
No, and a lot's changed since we trained. So LinkedIn's forever changing. It really is. And if you don't stay up on top of it, you know, you're going to get left behind. So it's imperative to be on LinkedIn every day so that you can know what's going on.
And I'm going to ask you this quick softball, I think, but a lot of entrepreneurs don't know, but there's a big difference in Facebook and LinkedIn and what you should expect and the way you should act. Would you speak to that, please?
Absolutely. The reason that I like LinkedIn versus Facebook is very simple. It's all professional. It's a professional space where you can interact with other business owners, share um, values, and
Passion.
also business practices. Facebook to me is more of a um, off work type format. I mean, you're not going to see people's dogs or people's food on LinkedIn. You're
And
going to
don't post that is what kind of
don't
my point.
post that. If you've got a good video and it pertains to something business driven, absolutely. If you're taking a walk with your dog and you have a way to bring that back around to a business situation, that's totally different.
Um, well, great. How do we get in touch with you when we want to speak with you? What's the best way?
Best way to get on is to ask me to connect on LinkedIn. Go to LinkedIn, ask me to connect, and I will connect with you. You can also reach out to me via my phone is the easiest way. Text me. Lately, because I have my phone number on my LinkedIn profile, I've had a lot of people reach out by text to train.
Well,
So,
Deb, you are what I call one of the local genie in a bottle. You have great, really international presence, but it's all right here in a little bitty living space locally. So I appreciate you sharing your time with us. And if you're in the audience and you are an entrepreneur and you're not using LinkedIn correctly, I have personally learned a great deal from Debra. She's gracious, she's charming. She's also a coach, so she can very gently kick you in the butt if you need a kick in the butt. But it won't hurt your feelings, but it will motivate you. So, Debra, thank you again.
Thank you as well. I appreciate the time, and I can't say enough of good about what you're doing here and highlighting local business people. Kudos to you as well for giving us a format to do something and tell people about what we do for a
Well,
living.
thank you. I am standing on the shoulders of giants like you, Deborah. So I really appreciate it. Raleigh, Robert Courts, Debra Mathias, all this and more is right here in your backyard. Don't forget to shop local. We love you. Let's wave them out, Deborah. Thank you. Bye-bye, Raleigh.